In this video, we will assist you with entering your financial information into the FAFSA. Please note that you will need your 2019 tax documents if you filed, any financial statements used to file your 2019 taxes, and your 2019 W-2s if you worked. If you did not work and did not file taxes for 2019, you will answer the questions accordingly and will not need the documents mentioned before. The first page of this section addresses your tax filing status. Here it asks if you, the student, have filed taxes for 2019. If you filed, you will select what kind of tax return you completed for 2019. Your tax filing status for 2019 will also be requested if you filed. Sometimes you may have the option to link your tax information directly from the IRS to the FAFSA. To use this tool, you will click on Link to IRS Data Retrieval Tool and follow the instructions. Please note that the data retrieval tool will ask for the address that was listed on your taxes. You will need to enter your name and address exactly as it appears on your tax return, or you may not be able to link. Some common errors include using abbreviations for court, street, road, etc., providing the name of the wrong parent, or writing out APT before the apartment number. If you have one of these errors, you can try to enter the information again. If you're not able to link your taxes through the IRS data retrieval tool, you will need to input your tax information manually. We will follow the manual process to show you how to complete the information. Here you will be asked for your adjusted gross income from 2019. If you have your 2019 1040 tax form, you will find your adjusted gross income on line 8B. This next page asks you how much money you earned from working, wages, salaries, tips, etc. in 2019. To determine this total, you will need to look through your taxes for the following forms: your 1040, Schedule 1, and Schedule K, also known as Form 1065. Not all tax filers will have each of these forms. Just use what you filed. After you determine which forms were included in your tax return, you will need to add the following numbers together. From the Form 1040, line 1. Schedule 1, lines 3 and 6. And Schedule K, box 14. Note that if there are any blank spaces on your forms, you will use zeros. Add those numbers together. Many students will only need to enter 1040 line 1 because they did not need to file the additional forms. This page asks you if you filed a Schedule 1. You will select yes, no, or don't know. We will select don't know. This populates the question, are you a dislocated worker? You can click on the term dislocated worker if you need an explanation of this status. We will click no. This answer populates the questions regarding federal benefits programs. You will indicate all of the benefits anyone in your household received in 2019 or 2020. If no one in your household received any of these benefits, you will mark none of the above. Next, the FAFSA asks you to input your income tax for 2019. This can be found on the Form 1040, line 14, minus Schedule 2, line 2. If you do not have any schedules, you do not need to subtract anything. The next section asks if you have received any of the following items. If you did not file taxes, you will not be asked these questions. Combat pay or special combat pay, student college grant and scholarship aid that were reported to the IRS as income, including AmeriCorps benefits, awards, living allowances, and interest accrual payments, as well as grant and scholarship portions of fellowships and assistantships, education credits such as the American Opportunity Tax Credit or lifetime learning tax credit. Untaxed portions of IRA distributions or pensions, IRA deductions and payments to self-employed, SEP, Simple, COG, and other qualified plans, or any tax-exempt income. Enter the amounts as they apply. If you did not receive any of these benefits, you can leave them as zeros. The next page is also about your financial situation. The first question asks if you paid child support to anyone. It also asks if you received any earnings from work under a cooperative education program offered by a college. The last thing it asks here is if you have any taxable earnings from need-based employment programs such as federal work-study and need-based employment portions of fellowships and assistantships. If none of these apply, you can leave them as zeros. The next section asks if you received any untaxed income. It will ask about child support, housing, food, and other living allowances paid to members of the military, clergy, and others, payments to tax-deferred pensions and retirement savings plans paid directly or withheld from your earnings, veterans' non-education benefits such as disability, death pension, or dependency and indemnity compensation, and or VA educational work-study allowances. Other untaxed income not reported, such as workers' compensation, disability benefits, etc. Money received or paid on your behalf for bills or other items not reported elsewhere on this form. This includes money that you received from a parent or other person whose financial information is not reported on this form, and that is not part of a legal child support agreement. If none of these apply, you can leave them as zeros and select Next. Next, it will ask about your student assets. You will be asked if you have current assets over a certain amount. Based on your response, you may be asked about your assets. Enter the current total of cash, savings, and checking accounts. Next, it asks, what is the net worth of your investments, including real estate, but not including your home? If you do not own a home, you can select 0. Then it asks, what is the net worth of your current businesses and or investment farms? Do not include a family farm or business with 100 or fewer full-time employees or full-time equivalent employees. If you do not own your own business or farm, you can put 0. You are now finished filling out the FAFSA application, but you will need to sign and submit. If you need assistance, please watch the Sign and Submit Your FAFSA video.